What's up, y'all? It's Coyote 50. So we're kind of expanding out. Kind of want to get some more cars in. So, backstory. I met someone a few months ago at the E85 station when I was getting E in the Mustang, I think, for like the third time. Anyways, we're going to do a review on his car. We're going to do some POVs of the interior, ask him a few questions for EVO owners. If you're looking for EVO, rating his build, checking out the fitment, checking out the motor. It's a built motor with the stock turbo. I don't really know too much, but we're going to check it out right now. So stay tuned. We're going to check out everything because I've never rode in it. We're going to do some drive-bys, some pulls for you guys. Hopefully you guys will like this. This is the first time me reaching out to do something like this, so we're able to make it happen. So make sure to stay tuned, stay for the video, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Let me know what other builds you guys want to see. Tag people that are local around Northern California. Maybe we can link up and make it happen. All right. My Uber driver?
Yes, sir.
Yo, so we're here looking at this 2005 EVO 8. Here, bro. What's up, y'all?
What's up, guys?
So, first question. So what made you get this instead of a WRX more than anything? Or stand out rather than any other car in the world? What made you choose the EVO?
EVO is just legendary in my book. It always has been, you know. It's one of those cars that just every time you drive through a neighborhood, all the little kids get all excited to see it. And that's how I was as a kid. So I always wanted one of these. Had an EVO 10 for a bit, but the EVO 8 is definitely just a lot more of a special car, in my opinion.
Out of drivability in general, what do you feel like your most favorite thing is on this car when it comes to power, you know, suspension, the way it rides, the way it drives?
I think the most fun thing about these cars is just the sounds they make, and I mean they handle really well in corners. Their all-wheel drive system's phenomenal. It's super light on its feet, and it's just a super raw car. You feel a lot of feedback through the steering wheel, and it's a fun car to drive. It's definitely a ripper.
Oh yeah. What about the trans?
Transmission's just a rebuilt 5-speed stock transmission. It's rebuilt by Shep Trans. It's got a stage 2 Shep transfer case, has a TRE max lock differential in the back, so you get a nice little bit of oversteer when you're hitting it real hard.
Oh, yeah.
Autocross or canyons.
How much pounds of boost are you pushing in this right now?
I think it's tuned at around 25 pounds right now, 25, 27 pounds ish. Makes about 450, 460 on E85. Hasn't been on a real dyno yet. It's all street tuned. Previous owner did the tune all by himself, so he got it all nice and dialed into his liking. He did a really good job on it. So.
Oh yeah. What type of turbo you got running up in there right now?
It's a FP Green turbo, the stock manifold. It's got 1500cc injectors. Bottom end has CP pistons, Manley rods. It's got a stage 3 head. We got Kelford 272 cams with Ferrera guides, valves. Everything's all done in the top end. So it's a pretty stout little motor. It was made to just be super reliable. The chassis got 255,000 miles on it, but the motor's got about, I think, 78,000 miles right now, and it's been working fucking tits, no problems. That's the breakdown. It takes a beating every time I take it out, and it just fires right up every time. Never had any issues with it.
Yeah, for sure. What's your overall goal with the car? What do you want to eventually get out of it? You want to get more power? You trying to go for track? You trying to go for racing? Like what?
I might mess around with it and have some different phases. I've kind of wanted to go explore 600 horsepower for a little bit and see how it feels. Just kind of mess around with it, but I think overall it's just going to end up going to the track more than anything. It's got a really nice oil baffle system in here, so it's got everything it needs to hit the track over and over and just have fun in it. And I'm just kind of looking forward to doing more track days.
Yeah. What do you think it'll run in a quarter mile overall? Or what are you trying to shoot for eventually? Low 10s, low 9s?
It's probably like a 11, 12 second car right now. I've honestly never tested it. I don't even use drag gear or nothing. I just have fun in it and enjoy it, the drive and sounds it makes, and you know, just take it out and get a lot of. It gets a lot of love from people, so it's fun.
What about intercooler? Is your intercooler stock? You got anything else that's aftermarket on this thing?
So it's a ETS 3.5-inch intercooler. So it's got an upgraded intercooler. Pretty much all the cooling has been redone. It's got, you know, intake. It's got an exhaust on it. It's got a Tanabe medallion exhaust. Megan Racing downpipe, I believe. But It's got a high flow cap, so it's still somewhat legal. Doesn't stink like shit when you're behind it.
You're running E on this thing, right?
I run full E85, and then sometimes I'll just cycle a tank of 91 just to kind of clean everything
Get the
up.
injectors all clean.
Yeah. For the most part, though, it's always on E85.
So you're running stock suspension? You got upgraded?
It's on Olin's coilovers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got Olin's coilovers. It's got the Volk GTN wheels. They're 17x9. Federal RSRR tires on it, so they're pretty sticky. Make a lot of noise on the road, but they also look really good. So.
Yeah. And this is a stock paint color, or you got it repainted?
So it's a stock electric blue, but it's been resprayed. It was resprayed last year, so it's in pretty good shape. Everything looks pretty OEM, except for you got the wheels with the tire letters on it. So.
Yeah, for sure. Beautiful car.
It's a pretty clean little car. It's
Good on
fun car to
interior.
just drive around every
What do you
now
feel like is your favorite thing in the interior? The Recaros?
So the previous owner did a lot of like little works stuff. So like the shift knob is works, the floor mats are works, and then the trunk mat is also a works trunk mat. So it's all just really nice OEM plus stuff. It's not like too much over the top, so you don't pull up and there's no like, 10 gauges inside. There's no bucket seats. It's all just very drivable. It's a car that you would want to drive to work every now and then and have some fun in. And you also got this really cool AFR gauge that's been replaced by the,
Oh, so
clock was
that's the
replaced by
AFR.
Yeah, we got AFR right there, and then in the glove box right here, there's an ethanol content sensor, just so I always know how much ethanol I'm running in this thing.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty smart for sure.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool little setup.
You got boost gauges in here and anything?
No boost gauges. Yeah, it's all pretty dialed in, so no boost gauges, nothing really crazy like that, just because I want it to look pretty OEM. And it's on a pretty stable tune. It's really conservative, for a fully built motor with 9-to-1 compression. It's only really running in a range where you could just have fun with it, put 200,000 miles on it, and just never have to worry about anything breaking.
So
That's
what would be your first recommendation for someone that's looking for an EVO, or if they're looking to go big turbo, or what should they expect for reliability with the stock motor rather than compared to a built motor?
Well, the first thing a lot of people do is they just start buying parts for the car and start slapping them on just to see what kind of power the car makes. I'd always say, like, check your motor, make sure you do like a compression test on it, make sure you have somebody just check everything out before you start doing a bunch of crazy shit to try to go for 600 wheel horsepower, and then you're just going to be sitting there doing everything all over again when you need a new block and gotta resurface your head.
Yeah, that's for sure understandable.
So make sure the underpinnings of the car are solid. Make sure you don't blow out a transfer case launching it. Having too much fun. Make sure before you do all these things, like you're up to date on maintenance before you're trying to overbuild your car. Spend the money in the right places, and always make sure to keep it running. Otherwise, you're gonna lose love for the project and just let it sit. And these cars definitely don't deserve to sit. Like, they're future classic for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so we'll just get some poll videos for y'all. It's this whole outlook of the thing.
This is a JDM bumper that I'm gonna have for it. This is gonna be going on in the future, but
Future
just haven't
plans.
gotten to it. It's the one with like the little fins on the
Oh
bottom.
yeah, that'll be
diffuser.
pretty nice. You just got to get it painted again.
Yeah, so this is just a polyurethane bumper. I have it making it look a little bit more.
Yeah, that'll look more mean for sure with those little. It looks like a balance.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get like a Voltex diffuser for it on the back, and that's the one that kind of curves up
Mm-hmm.
and goes down around the sides. I think that's like the best look for these. The USDM bumper is just hella fucking fat. I got like the boosted fabrication bar right there, and that's gonna be for the JDM bumper, so that it actually has a batch bar in the back and plates not the license plate.
Is that all you think you would recommend for people?
Make sure you have fun with it. Don't let the car sit in the storage locker. Make sure you at least try to.
Yeah, you gotta drive monsters like this. This one's beautiful though.
Yeah, I mean, stock turbo E85 used to have a lot of fun, and
What would you say the car is pushing right now around? Probably close.
450, 460. They don't weigh too much though. It only weighs 200 pounds.
Are you looking to do any weight reduction anytime soon on this thing, possibly?
I like the way it sits right now. I don't care about it being I don't need 100 pounds less of weight. I'd rather just full interior, super stock look, and just have a really clean car. I don't really like having you know, ugly projects anymore. I kind of want to make my garage all look nice and clean. Have some nice rides that I can be proud of.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep them streetable.
Appreciate y'all for checking in. Shout out to bro for this. You know, that's a dope EVO. Make sure you guys follow his Instagram. I'll put his Instagram up in the bio. It's EVO 8. Thing's mad clean, restored to the amazing. You know, one of the JDM cars that can be one of my top favorites for sure. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Check out the channel.